Hello, and welcome back to my channel. It's your host with the most pictures in my camera roll. Yeah, I have like 28 gigabytes of pictures on my phone. I should fix that. Yeah. Last week, we watched the first episode of High School Musical, the series. This week, we'll be watching the second episode, the read-through. Let's get into it.
My best friend Ricky crashed the audition. His ex-girlfriend, Nini, was not impressed. Her new boyfriend, EJ, who's basically a Hollister model, was even less impressed. Somehow my boy scored the lead. What could possibly go right?
No, I'm not my grandpa, no.
Okay, I guess I didn't really audition. They were doing Beauty and the Beast, and the old drama teacher asked me to be a fork. After that, I was the back of a cow in Gypsy, but in my heart, I was Dainty June. And now, I'm Gabriella. And Ricky is not going to ruin this for me.
He's already ruined this for me.
I'm gonna turn this around with Nina, with pheromones. Sometimes what you smell is more important than what you see. Last spring, we were at the mall, and this chick, ambushed me. Sprayed this on me. I was like, yo, back off. Nini was like, what is that? Never wash that side of your neck again.
Getting war flashbacks to middle school and boys wearing so much Axe body spray.
What's up? I'm trading in my East High Leopards gear to be a Wildcat starting today because it's the day of the read-through. Blessed to be playing Chad. Swipe up for a link to open my ticket.
Hi!
Hey, say hi to my cousin. And bye to my cousin. She's the bomb. Peace.
You're in a good mood.
That's just for the fans, Ash. Inside, I'm a bucket of sad.
There assigned seats, please. Who is Natalie Bagley and why do I care if her glands are swollen?
Our stage manager. Guess she's not coming.
Yoo-hoo! Ginger boy, can you read?
Not really.
Well, you're reading now. Just the stage directions. Thank you. Excuse me.
Do you know what that means?
Don't forget to silence your phones. I realize that you all walked in here as strangers.
Actually, EJ's my cousin.
Girl.
But after today, you're a family. One tribe. Committed to lifting this classic film to new heights. Hand. Hand.
He's so eager.
Hands. Once we know that we're all stars, and we see that we're all in this together, and it shows when we stand hand in hand.
The key drop.
Our dreams come true.
Gina.
Did I just join a cult?
Yes. Yes, you did.
Heads for class. She hears singing, opens the door to the biology lab. She finds Gabriella and Taylor washing their hands. They turn to find there are no paper towels in the dispenser.
Stop. Don't run it all together. Read the punctuation.
Sharpay, comma, heads for class, period.
Cool glasses.
Thanks. They're my grandma's.
I have the same ones at home.
Really? Why?
So I can see when I'm milking.
sort of obsessed with musical theater, which makes me stand out a little bit in my family. They raise cattle and sheep. I just want to raise the roof.
I always forget they're in Utah. That makes sense.
I come from strong stock. My mother bounced back from an autopsy.
Girl, what?
Do you follow Zach on Instagram?
No, but clearly I should.
You want to rehearse this? It's not even a scene, it's just one line.
I've got one too.
And then there's the kiss.
There was no, I don't remember a kiss in what we read yesterday.
It was very much there in the original film.
I only remember a hug.
Remember when
The
I
kiss ended up on
said
the cutting room
Miss
floor, a
Jen
little racy
and
towards
Will
the
Schuster?
It makes no sense. Why would you start at the end of the play?
I was right.
Because if you don't know what Hedda Gabler does in the last scene, how can you play her in the first?
But I do know what happens in the last scene. It's a hug, not a kiss. And who is Hedda Gabler? What musical is that?
One that very few people would pay to see. It's very dark.
Miss Jen, did you put that kiss back in? Because
Sweetie, I added the kiss because our production needs it.
That's so weird.
Ballad for the drama teacher and a Wildcat cheer for the curtain call.
that all sounds great. But I just can't kiss Ricky right now. I have a new boyfriend. He's playing Chad.
Nini, trust the process.
Hey, what's up?
Is he listening in?
You're paranoid.
Really? Then why did he text Nini at the read-through? And why wouldn't she tell me who it was?
Because she doesn't have to tell you. Dating her doesn't mean you own her.
Okay, Disney.
I need you to borrow her phone for me.
Borrow? As in steal? Okay, Nini would never forgive you. Or me. You want to take that risk?
Ashlyn, please. She's not like the other girls I've dated. Nini is real.
He's always talking about how real Nini is. I wonder what he thinks that means, because
I'm kind of lost. If the play's over, why would we still be dancing?
It's a curtain call. You're the last two to come out. We want to bring the audience to their feet.
Teach them to dance.
Carlos, can we just wait until Michelle gets here?
But why are we practicing the bows when we haven't even practiced the play?
Because you start with the hardest dance that takes the longest to learn. It's in the Big Book of Broadway, page 374.
I'm obsessed with her.
I'm sorry.
What is he doing?
Why are you talking to him? I'm right here.
Because you're not here. At least not for the right reasons.
What's that supposed to mean?
Exactly what I said, Ricky. You hate musicals.
Back to the dance, please.
Now you're rubbing some weird cologne on your neck
Hey, you love Throb.
and wasting everybody's time by making fun of something that the rest of us take seriously.
Okay, that's a 5. On a break, people. Everybody out. Get out.
Why did she do that? I get the dancing thing. I get it, like, being annoyed, but she didn't look good enough to be coming for Ricky, in my opinion. No offense. She did not have the dance down well enough to be coming for Ricky. And then making a scene in front of all of their friends like that again. Nini, I still like her, but
Bombastic side eye.
the side eyes
Criminal
started
offensive side eye.
because, like, it wasn't even her place to. Let me just.
Oh, come on. Hey, I take this seriously.
No, you don't. You don't take anything seriously. You coast. And the second someone asks you to make a commitment, you make a joke or you sink into some imaginary hole in the floor.
I didn't sink. Nini, I just wasn't ready to say it then.
I don't like that because he even like, this isn't the first time he's telling her why he couldn't say it. He said it in front of everyone in the last episode. So then, like, making a scene in front of everyone again to embarrass him. Just not sitting super well with me. but I will reserve judgment for now.
But I went to that audition to show you.
I met someone else. You wanted to drag me back into 10th grade like my summer had never happened. But if you really cared about me, Ricky, you'd let somebody who wants to play this part play it.
Like, EJ.
Can we at least try the dip? What just happened? Why aren't we dipping?
Mission accomplished. A pressure
That was sad.
is on its way. Where are you going, Troy?
Ricky.
Get him back now.
I wanna get him back.
It made things worse.
There you are!
Sorry, was that mean? Maybe a little. But Gina, in the background again, lurking. I feel like she's lurking in the background of every scene so far. She's had like one line, I think, the Big Book of Broadway, in this episode. I need her to talk. I need to hear her voice a little more. Getting a little tired of just catching her in the background of scenes, watching and waiting.
Miss Jen wants everyone back in the room.
I should add though, you would never know from the very beginning how big she was gonna be of a character in the show based on how they were underusing her the first 2 episodes, but I've said my piece.
Ricky, please, you have
Nini's
to.
right. I'm taking up space. I don't belong on stage.
So untrue.
Save it. Carlos, you don't want me in this. If I go back, Nini will probably quit. You need her a lot more than you need me.
That's not true, Ricky. You wouldn't have gotten the part if that were true.
Do you want to come to my house? All right, I'll go to yours.
Nah, it's, we're there. Right now.
Look, I'm a musical theater person. I've got really good ears.
She's
And if
speaking.
Ricky's staying in the show means Nini's out, I think we all know the next verse to that song. It means I step into the role of Gabriella, in case that wasn't clear. Okay.
Can I ask you a question?
Do you want to be with EJ
I
or
like the
not?
background music here.
Why would you even ask me that?
Because newsflash, your boy just booked leading man, and what you should be doing right now is a cartwheel.
They make me dizzy.
Hey, you.
Gina, what are you doing here?
Babysitting. My neighbor asked me to watch her kid.
She's listening to Breaking Free. I wonder if that's important.
Somewhere. So, is it true? You dropped out.
Haven't made it official yet, but yeah.
That's why I was stoked when she cast you. Outsiders keep everyone else on their toes. I mean it. You kept us real.
Probably better to have someone up there who can actually keep time. That 5 and 6 stuff.
You don't need Carlos to tell you how to move. He bites other people's styles. You have your own.
Why did he just look at her like that? Whoa! I felt that in my chest. What the heck? Oh my gosh. That was one conversation. I need to reel it in. They have spoken for approximately a minute and a half. I need to reel it in. Ugh.
Much later.
And the way she just looked at him? I'm not crazy. Oh my gosh. This is so cute.
Ricky, it's midnight.
Thought you had a test tomorrow. I do. Dad, if you can't sleep, you can hang here with me. Come on. Yeah.
That's so sweet. Oh, he's so real watching dance videos in the library.
If you plan on assaulting me, I have to warn you, my mother plays bunco with the librarian and we will press charges.
That's so sad. Like, that reaction is not... I hope they don't just brush past that. If he was worried about Ricky assaulting him, I hope they don't brush that under the rug, because that's... Oh my gosh.
I want to show you something. Read. Check it out.
Wow, you've been practicing. I thought you quit.
Not doing that anymore.
He's not a quitter anymore.
Spirit fingers. Want jazz hands.
Okay.
Ricky.
What is with High School Musical placing characters in very visible spots and making us pretend that the other character wouldn't see them? Because that just reminded me of High School Musical, the first movie, when Gabriella was hiding in the bathroom and Sharpay passes her because she can't find her. But then Gabriella pops right out exactly where Sharpay just looked. Do you think we're dumb? I might be overreacting. Yeah, I'm overreacting.
Don't screw it up. Don't screw it up.
Oh, hi. Hi. I didn't know anyone was in here.
I can be gone in like 7 seconds, 6 if I don't sit in my bag.
Oh, no. Don't go.
We don't have to talk about EJ. I don't want to talk about EJ. Do you want to talk about EJ?
I mean, I do. But just not right now. Jesus.
She cannot be calm. Oh my gosh.
EJ, why are you lurking?
Oh, sorry, I was going for loitering. Oh well, room to grow, right? Scored a collector's edition of HSM. I was hoping you'd sign it.
Look, I'm a professional actress. I know what's going on here. I once cornered Andrew Lloyd Webber on a transatlantic flight. Made him autograph my forehead.
I just thought since you were part of the original cast.
Where would you like me to sign?
Wherever you'd like. Just not under Zach. I'm hoping I can get him to write something special if I ever meet him. You know, one Troy to another.
EJ, Ricky hasn't quit the show.
What?
He's so funny.
I don't have the answers, not today. It's like nothing
She's
makes
really
the
good.
questions go away. Maybe I should turn around and take the other road. Or maybe I'm just looking for what I already know. I'm just wondering.
They said this is Disney Plus, not Disney Channel.
I said too much to ever take it
Because this is
back.
giving Sarah
I'm scared I'll
Bareilles.
never find something as good. Would I even
Better than what Disney Channel's been pumping out in the last 10 years.
if I had everything? Would it mean anything to me?
We're back.
What?
Downstairs. Miss Jen wants to see everyone in the bomb shelter.
Here it is, people.
Is that a garage door opener?
No, Seb. This is Gabriella's phone. From the film. I plan on creating a time capsule display in our lobby. If they can have 40 sports ball trophies, we deserve a little movie museum. Okay, people.
I'm sorry. At what point did Gina find out that EJ wanted Nini's phone? Because if that was verbalized somewhere, then I missed it. How did she know that that's what EJ wanted? So she did that. Can a writer explain this to me? Can the showrunner explain this to me? Can Sofia Wylie explain this to me?
Is that really her phone?
Hold it to your ear like a seashell. You'll hear echoes of V Hudge crushing the B flat on When There Was Me and You. Or you can let me disinfect it first.
Ooh, I'm excited to hear her sing When There Was Me and You. She's gonna embarrass someone.
You're welcome. We want the same thing, but it's gonna take a little teamwork.
Do they? Do they want the same thing? I'm not sure they do.
Top of the ski lodge.
So I thought this episode was super funny. I feel like they hit all of the comedic beats really well. Big Red was a star in this episode. I feel like he had a lot of opportunities to shine, and shine he did. I feel like less happened plot-wise in this episode than in the pilot last week. However, that's totally normal. There was a lot more to set up in the episode last week than in this one, so it makes total sense that this one would feel a bit slower. But I feel like the comedic beats and the music, which I'll talk about later, helped move the story along. I think this episode did a really cool job of putting certain characters together, which created some interesting dynamics I wasn't expecting, like Ricky and Carlos. I believe this was their first conversation on screen. Same with Ricky and Gina, and Ashlyn and Nini. Speaking of Ashlyn and Nini, wondering, the song they sang together was so incredible that I actually forgot I was watching something created by Disney. And unfortunately, I mean that offensively, because Disney used to kill it, and that's kind of gone to the wayside. So I hope this means that they're coming back, because that was incredible. I felt like Sarah Bareilles wrote it. I should check if Sarah Bareilles wrote it. Yeah. Now, I held my tongue during the episode because I didn't want to cut it there, but the problem with Courtney Green. First of all, I have to say, it has nothing, absolutely nothing to do with the actress. She's incredible. Her comedic timing is excellent. Even in the background of certain scenes, she steals the scene because her expressions are so spot on that it's hard not to look directly at her, which is the mark of a really talented actress. So the problem is not with her, but the problem is with Courtney and how she's written. Sure, it's only episode 2, but that's enough, honestly, to notice a pattern. Everything she says and does is in support of Nini, her non-black best friend, who is also the female lead of the show. Now, if this were a one-off thing and Courtney Green existed in a vacuum, I could probably let that go. However, this is a pretty common trope on television, and I don't want to wait several seasons to see her character become her own person and not a shadow of Nini. If she does stay in Nini's shadow for longer, I hope that there's a narrative reason for that. I hope that there's some kind of storyline about her separating from her best friend, or some kind of storyline about being black in Utah, because honestly, I don't know what that's like, and maybe I don't know if I trust Disney to handle that well, so maybe not. But I do really want to see her character blossom, and I feel like as long as they keep writing her as Nini's best friend and not Courtney, who happens to be Nini's best friend, things aren't going to change. Introducing a new segment, unanswered questions. Okay, so last week our first unanswered question was, what did Nini say back to EJ when he told her he loved her after a month together? We don't know. Let me know if you think you know or have any guesses. I don't know. And this week's unanswered question is, how did Gina know that EJ wanted to steal Nini's phone? So if you have the answer to that question too, please feel free to drop it in the comments. I want to know if I just missed something, but I don't think I did. All right, my review. I give this episode 7 popcorns out of 10. I thought Big Red and EJ shined in terms of comedy in this episode. Their timing was perfect, which I have already said so many times. I'm like a broken record at this point. Wondering was incredible. I am really hoping the other original music that comes through this season is as good as that one, because they're working with High School Musical soundtrack, and High School Musical is iconic. It's legendary. It's hard to put new songs up to that soundtrack and not have the viewers hate them immediately. So I'm glad that Wondering is our first entrance into this show's canon, and I hope that that tradition of great writing and great singing continues. Oh, I forgot about I Think I Kinda You Know, but like that's supposed to be jokey. That's supposed to be, so I'm not gonna rank it the same way as Wondering. That wouldn't make any sense. From the bottom of my heart, I am so grateful for all of the love and support from last week's video and for this channel in general. I really appreciate all of the likes and comments, and so many of you have already subscribed, which genuinely, I can't explain how happy that makes me. So I really appreciate it, and I'm so grateful that so many of you are coming along for this ride with me, watching High School Musical, the series. Thank you so much for tuning in, Wildcats. See you next week.